Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's good, YouTube? Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Tank be chopping, and we back with another haircut tutorial. Alright guys, what we gonna be doing on this cut is a 1.5 with the grain, bald fade. We're gonna line up the beard, add some enhancements, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do what we gotta do to make sure my client looks right. So first thing is first, guys, I wanna make sure that I'm combing out my client's hair just to see how it lays, see how, see if there's any cowlicks or anything that I need to really pay more attention to. And I'm gonna do the same thing with his beard, combing out his beard, because we are gonna freehand the beard and give it a nice shape. So once that is done, as y'all can see, I'm taking my Stylecraft Instincts. I got my number 1 guard on there, lever all the way open, and I'm cutting the hair with the grain, you know what I'm saying? With the way that the hair is growing, following that growth pattern, making sure we don't patch up my client, so we're making sure that we're coming with the growth pattern, because that's the length my client likes, you know what I'm saying? He likes that, it's like right at wavelength, you know what I'm saying? So that's basically the length that he likes to keep. So that's basically what we do every time. And we're just gonna go over the top a good amount of times, taking our time. Yes, obviously the video is sped up a little bit, but we're taking our time to make sure that we get it down to that length. Now I'm going in with my clipper all the way closed. I'm gonna set in my initial bald guideline, and as y'all can see, I did speed this part of the video up a little bit for y'all, just because I feel like it takes a lot of time, you know what I'm saying? But we setting in that initial bald guideline, and then we're gonna come right under that with our trimmers. These are the Stylecraft Instinct trimmers also, and in my opinion, probably one of the best trimmers in the game right now. But nonetheless, I'm going in with my Stylecraft Instinct trimmers, coming right below that line that I created with my clipper closed. And the reason why I'm coming right below it and not all the way to that line is because it makes it easier for me to transition that shaver to the clipper close. So if I come all the way up to the line, it's gonna make it slightly more difficult. So I'm making sure that I stay right below it. And your boy just being really consistent with it, just taking my time, making sure I get all this down to that length. Now I'm gonna go in with my Babyliss FX3 shaver, and in my opinion, this is one of the best shavers in the game right now, you know what I'm saying? So, we're going in with that shaver, and same thing like I said earlier, guys, we're not going all the way up to the line, we're trying to stay right below it. Once again, that's just to make an easier transition, make it, like I said, easier to transition from the shaver all the way up to my clipper. And I know it looks like I'm going up to that line, but if you really pay attention, I'm like barely touching the scalp with the blade, you know what I'm saying, or with the shaver head. Alright, so now that that is done, I'm gonna go on with my clipper lever all the way open. I'm gonna set in my next guideline, and we're gonna be coming up about 3/4 of an inch or so. And we're just gonna go all the way around the head. Wait, I'm lying. Normally I do go all the way around the head, but I don't remember if we go all the way around the head on this cut. Yeah, so we're gonna go all the way around the head. My bad. I edited this video the other day, and I'm barely doing the voiceover now. But nonetheless, we're going all the way around my client's head with that clipper open. And that's normally what I like to do, is go all the way around the head to set in my guidelines. So that's what I'm doing here. I got my number 1 guard lever open, and I'm setting in my next guideline. And I said this in a video on Instagram, guys. I like to set in my guidelines going all the way around the head, because it helps speed up my cuts a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not by 20 or 30, I'm not knocking out no haircuts in 15 minutes or so, but it will help you speed up about 5 to 10 minutes. So, you know what I'm saying? When you're in the shop grinding, sometimes that's what you want to do. But yeah, we're just going all the way around my client's head with that 1 guard lever open, trying to blend into the 1.5 that we did with the grain on top. And there will be a slight, line of demarcation at the top of this blend. And as you can see, that's why I'm going in with the corner of my clipper, just doing some corner blending, trying to get that line a little easier to, trying to lighten up that line a little bit. And now I'm going in with my 1.5 guard, and I'm just trying to take away that line. And since I went with the grain with a 1.5, a 1 lever open, that 1.5 guard is gonna help blend that part together. Now I'm going in with my 1 guard lever closed, and I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but on this side of the cut, his hair wants to grow more forward than down. So as y'all can see, I'm making sure I'm coming against that growth pattern. That way it gets that hair down to the length that I'm trying to get it down to. And we're just gonna be attacking this area, adjusting the lever if I feel it's needed, doing some lever play, just to, if I did create any lines of demarcation or any discrepancies, I'm making sure to clean them up as I work. That way I don't have to do a lot of detail work later on in the cut. Now I'm going in with my half guard, lever halfway open, and I'm just attacking this line, this middle line in this section right here, trying to get that line blended out. And this isn't gonna get it out completely, it's just gonna soften that line, but then I'm gonna close my lever notch by notch, just to get that, just to help erase that line a little more. And then by the time my clipper's all the way closed, it should for the most part get that line out. There may be some slight areas where I need to do some corner blending with my clipper lever open, or attack it more with my clipper closed with the half guard on there. But for the most part, like I said, it should get that line completely erased. And I'm just really trying to be consistent with what I'm doing, paying attention to what the clipper is doing, paying attention to what the hair is doing. That way I know what I need to do, what my next move is, what exactly I need to do to make that part of the blend look better. And as y'all can see, I'm using that brush to make sure that I'm brushing the hair down, because a lot of times the hair wants to curl up when you're going against the grain. So I have to make sure that I'm brushing the hair down, that way I can see how it actually lays. So now I'm going in with my clipper halfway open, attacking that bottom line. Now my clipper halfway open isn't gonna erase this line completely, it's just gonna soften that line a little bit. So I'm gonna go halfway into the section, attacking that line, and then I'm gonna close my lever one notch, come right below what I just did, and then I'm gonna close my lever all the way, and that should really start to erase that bottom line. Cause remember guys, we did come below that with the trimmer and the shaver, but the way I did it, it shouldn't leave any lines after that. It should be pretty much blended. Yes, I may have to go back in and detail if it's needed, but it shouldn't. And now I'm going back in with my half guard once again, just cleaning up, some discrepancies in the blend. Obviously the blend wasn't exactly where I wanted it to be at, so I'm going in and cleaning that up with my half guard. Alright, so now that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and start to line up my client. Now I know the blend isn't 100% how I want it to look, but I'm gonna go ahead and line up my client just to help save some time. And I figured, well, not that I figured, but I've noticed that when I put that line up on my client, I can see that blend a little better. I can see discrepancies easier. I can see where I need a detail. So I like to set in that line up before I'm completely done with that side of the blend, and it helps me know what I need to go back and detail. And y'all know when it comes to edge up, guys, you want to take your time. Like me personally, I go over the edge up a good amount of times before I get the actual finished product. So I try to take off a little bit of hair at a time, take a step back, check how it looks, and I go back and hit what I feel it needs to be hit. And we're basically gonna be doing the same thing on the beard. We're keeping it full, so I line them up behind the beard area. Now I'm lining up the cheek area, giving a nice little curve to it. Once again, we are gonna add some enhancements, but we want to make sure that we have a nice crisp line before we do anything else. You know what I'm saying? Enhancements are just to enhance the line. It's not to cover up something that's not there or to cover up any mistakes. So you want to make sure you give a nice crisp line before you do decide to add enhancements. Alright, so now we're gonna fade in the beard, clipper open. I'm gonna adjust my lever closed, working my way up. Then I'm gonna move on to my one guard lever open, adjusting it closed as I move on up. And then my 1.5 guard open, and then adjusting it closed as I move up. Now what I'm doing is I'm just gonna freehand the beard a little bit. So I don't like to use a guard on a lot of beards when I'm freehanding, because I feel that it doesn't feed the hair into the clipper good enough. So I go in with no guard on my clipper, and I'm just giving the beard a nice shape. And now I'm going in with my one guard, adjusting my lever closed, going with the grain to clean up that darker area at the top of the blend. And now we're moving on to the opposite side, guys. We're gonna be doing the same exact steps, slightly different, you know what I'm saying, but for the most part, the same steps. So I did speed this part of the video up just to, save a little bit of time. I don't want y'all to be here forever, but I do appreciate it if you made it this far in the video. I appreciate it. And if you did make it this far in the video, do me a favor, smash that like button, leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think about this haircut so far. I think I'm hooking my man up, you know what I'm saying? It's my man Craig, man. He's a good client of mine. He comes every other week, comes to your boy. I hook him up, you know what I'm saying? We have a good time in the shop, me and him, like we like to joke a lot and just have a good time. And that's something that I think barbers really don't take into consideration all the time. They're always worried about giving the best blends, the iciest blends, the sharpest lines, which I'm not gonna lie, that's important, but you also want to make sure that you're talking to your client, having a good time with your client, making them feel comfortable, making them just enjoy their experience. And I think that's something that I really pride myself on. Is I know I ain't the best barber, you know what I'm saying? I know there's barbers who may cut better than me, and that's cool. I'm okay with that. But I do know that when my clients come, they do get a really good experience, and they still get a really good haircut, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I pride myself on. But nonetheless, man, getting back into this cut, as you can see, that haircut's coming together. We're just doing some small detail work, trying to get this blend a little more blurrier, you know what I'm saying? And even though I said I know I'm not the best barber, sometimes I feel like I am. Like when I'm done with the cut, I'll be like, man, like that's a fire cut, you know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to put that out there for y'all, you know what I'm saying? Let y'all know that it's okay to not be, air quotes, the best barber, you know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is, man. It's all basically based on preference anyways. So you just got to do your best, make sure your clients enjoy the cut, and make sure they enjoy their experience. And that's gonna take you further than just someone who can cut good hair, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, going back into this haircut, as you can see, I'm lining up the opposite side of my client's head, just trying to get this line to match the opposite side. A nice symmetrical line, give him some sharp lines. Doing the same thing on this side of the beard. We hit the back of the beard. Now we're hitting up the cheek area. We're gonna line him up underneath the chin. Line that mustache up. You know what it is, man. We're just trying to clean my man up, make sure he looks right, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's been a good client of mine for a good amount of time, man, and I really enjoy cutting his hair. Now we're moving on to fading in the beard. Same exact steps that we did on the opposite side, guys. Nothing different. I'm lying. I did use the 1/16th on this side, and I did it on the opposite side, and it's just because the opposite side faded in a little easier than this side did. But as you can see here, now I'm just freehanding the beard. Once again, no guard on my clipper, just freehanding it, trying to give my client a nice shape on that beard. Now we're gonna go back into the cut, go ahead and detail a little more. And as y'all can see, that blend already looked blurry before I started to add these enhancements. And this is that Temptation by Kiss. And I'm just adding some enhancements to the beard, to the hairline, trying to make these lines look sharper. I'm not doing anything that's not already there. I'm just making these lines pop a little more. And as y'all can see, I think it's taking that cut to the next level, you know what I'm saying? Like it was already a good cut, but we just upping the ante a little bit, you know what I'm saying? We just trying to go a little Super Saiyan on this cut. But now I'm gonna put some hairspray on my client, and then I'm gonna add some hair fibers. These are the 245 hair fibers. If you want to purchase anything for 245, you can't use my discount code TANK at 245.com. But we're just adding a little bit of hair fibers, and I like to double up on my enhancements because I feel that leaves a nicer look. So we're just adding a little bit of hair fibers to make that hairline look a little sharper. And then I decided to use my barber pencil just to make this line look a little more sharper, you know what I'm saying? I know the pencil isn't needed. I know some people say, you shouldn't use the pencil, but it just gives more contrast to the darker lineup to the client's skin. So I think it's a good look, especially when you're doing videos. And to be honest, some of my clients enjoy it and they like it. Like when I don't do the pencil, they ask for it. So I got to give my clients what they want. But as you can see, we got the pencil on there, and all I'm gonna do is use my razor to help blend that pencil out and to get all these lines a little sharper. Remember guys, when you're doing the razor work, you wanna be very careful. You wanna make sure you're stretching your client's skin. That way you lessen the chance of nicking your client. But check that out, man. This cut's coming together, lineup looking on point, blend looking on point. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I got down on this cut, man. Like it's a blurry blend. Now I'm going to take my single foil from Babyliss and just, hit up the mustache in the chin area below the neck, just because I feel that it's going to cause less irritation for my client. So I want to make sure that I want to make this as comfortable as I can for my client. And then now that all of that is done, I'm going to go ahead and freehand the top a little bit, taking my clipper open, just gliding the clipper over the top of my client's head to clean up any stray hairs or anything on top. Alright man, so check it out. This is how my man Craig came into the shop looking. This is the before look. And this is the finished product. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this haircut in the comment section. If y'all like this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe one time for your boy. Remember guys, if you're in the Houston, Texas area and you want a haircut from your boy, you can go to my website, tankbechopping.com. You can book there. If you want me to record it for YouTube, make sure to put that in the comment section just so I know you want it to be for YouTube, you know what I'm saying? So once again, that's tankbechopping.com. I do have my discount codes in the description. Stylecraftus.com, Tank10, BabylitzPro.com, Tank10, and Tune45.com, discount code Tank. And I appreciate y'all, YouTube. Until next time, let's go.